I'm in what's known as the West Fork River. I'm going to go back about a mile, head north, go back in the canyon 5, 6, maybe 7 miles, and show a few gifts I received in the mail. There'll be links to the guys that gave me these gifts, channels, right below in the details. Go ahead and check their channels out. I'm going to show, not the opening, I've already opened them, but I'm going to show the use of these items. One is particularly really cool. I've never seen one before. And if you're local, you know it poured down rain yesterday. Might rain again today. It sprinkled on the way up. I was going to bring only my Serenity net from Sixmoons, but I went ahead and brought the Gatewood cape also, just in case. So that's my shelter for the night. I got some really cool things to show this video. One of the reasons I chose the canyon I'm going into is it's full of berries, as you can see. They're coming into bloom. Bears will be down to feast on these things. I might be able to catch some bears on the video. No wildlife at all to be seen. The second campground's right up here. Here's second campground. I spent the night in hammock there. Spent the night in a hammock over there. Spent the night in my Terra Nova over here. My baby over there. Sixmoons design here. I've camped all over this site. I think I'm gonna go up to third. Or somewhere in between. Something big down there. I think it's another human. Yeah, it's another human. There's a bear. There's a guy down here. Rarely ever see something back this far. More wild edibles. So far we've passed berries, cactus, and if you get way back there where you start to climb up towards Smith Mountain, you can get wild onions. They're all along the trail, the higher elevations. Oh, and you can get the blooms off of these yuccas too. If you ever do get lost or separated or whatever, and all you have is a survival kit and it has one of those little fish kits, here's the stuff you look for. You look for these little grasshoppers like this. See that? That's what the trout feed on. You get that, put that on a hook, and float that down the stream, you're going to get a trout. You just listen for them as you walk. They jump through the leaves. Now I was going to fish with my survival kit, but the river is too low. It's way too low. Third site's right there. It's kind of depressing. I can't get any water here. It's stagnant. I might not be able to camp this far back. I might have to go return about a mile, because I don't have enough water to make it until tomorrow. I will have to go back, but at least we'll go up here and check this one out. Okay, here's third site. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and cook my lunch here. I'll have lunch here, and then I'll head back, set up camp back together. I've got a couple hours left. I've got 3 or 4 hours left. So here's the pack I brought today. I brought the Go Light Jam, the small one, 30, 32, 35, whatever it is. In the side, I've got my Folk Niven, a water bottle, second water bottle. In here, because possibility of rain because it poured yesterday. In here, this is a really cool gift. This came from a guy named Ralf in Germany. Right now, right here, is a link to his channel, and down below in the details. This is really cool. I'll show you this in a minute. I have my headlight, my flashlight, extra batteries, my Tyvek, and then I brought my Sixmoons Gatewood tape. Now it's really hot. I don't think it's going to rain tonight, so I will not be using that. I'll just be using the running net that is a combo with that. Inside I have my bag, Thermarest half, Pro Light, and a few other things. I'll show you a cook set, really cool cook set I got from a guy in Japan. And a stove I got from a guy in North Carolina. Okay, I got this from a guy in Japan. He doesn't have a YouTube account. He doesn't make videos. But he received a second one of these as a gift or something, from what I can understand the translation. And so he sent me one because he saw how I like Snow Peak. This came from a guy in North Carolina. I'll show you what's in a minute. And this came from Ralf in Germany. Now, inside here, I guess these are pretty sought after pots. You get them at Walmart, but they're hard to find. They're not grease catchers pretty well. Got the lid. You have the strainer. You have a strainer so you can dump your bacon grease through. Keep your bacon grease for cooking later. Inside, he put together a little cook set for me. It's got a thing for fuel, waterproof matches, pop can stove, some regular matches, some foil, and a set of coffee filters for filtering his water before he boils it. This is what I'm going to use to cook with. And now inside this is the 900, by the way. The 14 is huge. The 14 is for like 2-3 people. So it's got a fry pan, which is I'm going to be using. This is my Snow Peak stove. He didn't give me this. My lighter, my fuel. The large fuel fits in here perfect. Large fuel is good for 2-3 days, 4 days. This is the pot. Anyway, my dinner, my lunch, I'm going to be using this with this. So I've got to find some rocks or something to set up a holder for it. Okay, the stove's set up. I got 2 cups of water in there boiling. While that's going, that's going to be for the baby reds. And I got this premium wild caught pink salmon. I have me 2 saltine crackers crumbled up. And mix the 2, make a patty, and fry it with that fry pan with a side of mashed potatoes. Okay, look at this. Yes, it's a water filter in Germany. Look at how small it is. And it's extremely light. It's got an adjustable float here. It's got a screen, micro screen on the bottom. Keep stuff out of it. We're clogging the tube. You set your depth. That sinks down. You pump. Put this on the top here. Like that. And that goes in your bottle. Now inside, it's hard doing it one-handed. Ceramic. It says it's good for 2,000 gallons. 2,000 liters. Just a long time. Potatoes are almost ready. Heating up a little salmon. Okay, there's lunch. Potatoes and salmon. Snow Peak plate. Sea to Summit fork. Spork. Here's a good place I can get some water. Right there. There we are. 2 liters of water, or 2 bottles of water, out of this. The size of a pair of sunglasses, and not much heavier. Not much heavier than a pair of sunglasses at all. My new favorite water filter. In the past hour or so, the temperature has dropped a good 10-15 degrees at least. Got storm clouds coming in. I'm glad I brought the poncho top for the shelter. I'm gonna go ahead and set it up. It might rain tonight. This is the area I chose to set up. I'm sheltered by some trees, but if it does start pouring down, I'm gonna have the poncho set up. So that's what the poncho tarp looks like. Size of my hand. Tyvek there, stakes. There it is. Without the no-see mesh inner tent. I gotta bring that Tyvek in a little bit so rain won't catch it. But this just goes inside and clips now. I have a full tent. I think it's 15 ounces. I have to look at the website, but I believe total 15 ounces, this and this. Twilight stove. Snow peak set. Pick some berries on the way. Have some water gonna boil in there. I'm gonna make that pasta primavera together with leftover mashed potatoes I had from lunch. The lid's on just to faster boil time, more efficient. And those berries, I'm gonna add some of the water to that, and the rest I'm gonna pour the berries in and make a berry tea to go with it. Anyway, here's the Gatewood Cape. It's all held up by these color-coded straps. You put the tarp up first, and then the liner goes in, just clips to the tie-outs. It all fits in its own pocket right here. See that pocket? It all fits stuffed back inside of that. You have about 4 inches there, about 2 inches all the way down the back for condensation, ventilation. You got about 2.5 feet across by about 7 feet. You can sit up in this one. Here's dinner. Pasta primavera, some mashed potatoes, and some homemade berry tea. Picked up about 20 berries, just boiled them and smashed them. The sun is just coming up now. I'm all done. I'm gonna get out of here. I'll make breakfast at home. I have a lot to do today, so getting out here early. Okay, that's with powdered eggs. This quick. Making heat up my water for coffee. She doesn't take long with this stove. Make sure you use plenty of butter or oil, because that pancake syrup sticks. When you pour the pancakes, pour it leaving at least a 1/2 inch perimeter all the way around from here. That way as it cooks and spreads out, you still have room to flip it. Very difficult to flip in this pan because of the high sides. But it is possible. Pancakes are good. Can't say much for the eggs. Powdered eggs. So there you have it. Breakfast.